Hey guys, welcome back to Tremor Trails. 13,000 foot mountain peaks, 16 to 18 degrees of banking on switchbacks, tight shelf roads, mud puddles, whoop-de-doos, above the tree line. Today's trail is one of my most favorite trails that I've done in a long time. Today we're doing Hurricane/Corkscrew Gulch in the San Juan Mountains. Let's go. Hurricane, Pass, and Corkscrew Gulch, we're going to combine the two. Hurricane is a pretty short-lived trail. Of course, they're located in the San Juan Mountains in southern Colorado. The trail itself is going to be about 7.23 miles. You can expect about 2 hours to get this one done. So what can we expect out there on it? It's going to be gravel, dirt, small rock gardens, and you're going to have steep, tight switchbacks and shelf road. The majority of this trail is a shelf road. The modes I used were 4 high mud and ruts and 4 low rock crawl on the switchbacks. The highlights are several, but we showcased the Sarah Mine for a minute in this video, and of course the switchbacks heading towards Ouray are pretty epic, so I'm going to consider those a highlight as well. Remember that our cameras have stabilizers on them, so the hills are not going to appear as steep, and the bumps are not going to be as rough, especially on this trail. Also remember, we review this one and every trail at the end of our video. Now let's go check this thing out. The first main highlight after the Hurricane Pass itself is the old Sarah gold mine. These are the old tailing piles and the old wooden structures. I always love checking these things out. It's amazing these things have lasted for 100 years. The environment up here is so harsh, and I just couldn't imagine the old timers doing this day in and day out. Always keep your eye on the weather, guys. It looks pretty good for us. We got some snow off to our south, but we're going to be heading up over to the right side of this screen to the Corkscrew Gulch Pass, where it gets pretty fun. We made it up to the top of Corkscrew, and we're going to pull up the map here real quick to show you exactly where we are. We're right on this saddle, and we're about to drop down pretty drastically on the other side. Make sure you're in 4 low. Make sure that you don't ride your brakes down these switchbacks. The cameras just don't do this part justice, but you're going to have grades of 14, 16. I even thought I saw 18 on my gauge. If this road is wet, it gets very treacherous. I would not recommend it if you don't have experience, but this is an epic run. Let's go. I slowed down the bathroom right there just in case you need it on this trail. It's pretty sketchy, but it is a blast. Especially in dry weather, it's pretty easy, guys. You can expect about 10 minutes to get down those switchbacks. Anyways, the final part of this trail, we are continuing down. We are not done yet. The fall colors do blow up at the bottom, though, and got some fun whoop-de-doos, switchbacks, and some water crossings as we finish this trail up. What a freaking blast that was. I try so hard to get everything into a video, but it's just hard to do in 7 minutes. You know, this trail took us over 2 hours to do, so I just kind of highlighted the fun stuff. I wish that the camera showed you the depth of how massive the mountain vistas are and how steep those switchbacks really are. This is a fun trail, guys. I can't remember having this much fun on a trail in a long time. The San Juan Mountains hold some of the most coolest trails and some of the most beautiful things that you're gonna see on top of mountain peaks. It's just a magical place. And if you haven't got there yet, you need to get it on your calendar and figure out a time to go check these things out. That's why I created this channel, honestly, to give you ideas and to show you the different places you can take your truck and go experience some of these awesome things. What we do on this channel, of course, is we rate and review everything being fun, fear, technical, and scenery. For fun, like I just said, this was my most favorite trail I've done in a long time. From going over the first pass, checking out the old mines, going down into the valley, then climbing back up over Corkscrew Pass, and then dropping down that epic switchback into the whoop-de-doos, into a little bit of mud, a little bit of water crossings, nothing major, and then being up in the trees till you get to the very bottom and seeing the autumn colors just blow up. This trail ranks very, very high. I'm giving it a 4.5. I almost want to give it a 5, but dang it, I just keep hanging on for that 5. If you guys like having a mixture of not necessarily hard obstacles to climb, but different driving techniques, this is the trail. Now, while this is a blast of a road, there is a fear factor to it. For probably 6 of the 7 miles, you are on a shelf road and you are exposed the whole time. Unfortunately, people have died on this trail. It is a rare occurrence though, but just remember, don't bite off more than you can chew if you don't have a lot of experience with this type of trail. For the reason of the switchback and the tight shelf roads for most of the trail, it's getting a solid rating of 4. That's gonna throw us into technical. This trail, for the majority, when it's dry, I would consider an easy trail, minus the shelf road and the switchback when you drop down towards Ouray. It's practically a skinny dirt road. There's no rock obstacles that you really have to navigate up and over. Tire placement is not crucial except for not falling off the side. That being said, though, there is a caveat. Because we're in the mountains, if any kind of weather starts to hit this trail, that dirt turns into a mud and it gets pretty sketchy. That's why it is rated as a pretty moderate trail on trail books and trail guides and so forth, because you can get in trouble on this trail if the weather is not good. So I'm gonna give you 2 numbers. If the road is dry, it's gonna be a technical rating of 3.5, where all you gotta contend with is navigating your vehicle around the switchbacks and the shelf road. If it is wet and muddy, this jumps up to a 4.5 in technical. You can get bit really quick on this trail, so just plan accordingly if you're gonna go out and experience it. The best time to do these trails is usually in the middle of the summer, June, July, and August. August probably being your best bet. On to scenery. We got to do this trail in October and the window was just wide enough where all of the snow had practically melted off of the mountains and it was about to start snowing again. There was like this 2-week window when we got to do it. Because it was October, all the trees were changing colors and you had the fall colors. As you saw when we came over the Ouray side, the whole valley blew up into orange and yellows.
It was epic. From the mountain vistas coming off a hurricane all the way down through Corkscrew Gulch. This is some of the most beautiful country in America. It's getting a solid rating of a 4.5. This may be my highest rated trail as of to date. I'd have to go back and look at the old videos to see, but I don't remember a trail ranking this high. This is one you want to put on your list. What you can do, guys, is start to get familiar with the San Juan Mountain area and do some of the easier trails before you try and tackle Corkscrew Gulch. Maybe if you go the other direction from Ouray up towards Lake City, it may be an easier trail because you're going to be climbing the switchbacks instead of coming down the switchbacks. Just do some research on it. That's why I love bringing these kinds of trails to you guys, so you have ideas and you can start planning for your next adventure. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I truly appreciate it. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed to us. We're still only 3 months into this channel and we're continuing to grow followers. Thank you, honestly, from the bottom of my heart for that. This is really fun for me, and I love getting out there and showing you guys a lot of these trails. We got some exciting stuff coming up in the future. I can't wait to share with you guys. But until then, we sincerely hope to see you guys out there on the trails. We'll see you next time.